Yeah, they were like, you got a small package. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to CCxRC. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this small package that I have here in front of me, the SCX30. And ever since I heard about this, I have been excited to see it in person. And now that I see it in person, I'm super excited to see it unboxed and out of the package so that we can actually get our hands on it and drive it. Because we like the micro game here. This is a sub-micro, and I think it could be a lot of fun as well. So they've done some interesting things with it that we'll look at, as far as I'm just seeing on the box, you know, what they did with the skid and they did with the links being bent. A couple of things that I would hope maybe might make it into one of their SCX24s in the near future. Axial, come on. So yeah, this is one of my favorite platforms to run. I have probably 20 of these now. Absolutely love them, can't stop building them, and excited to see what this market might bring, because it's $100, you guys. $99.99 for an RTR, all the batteries, everything in the box we need to get going with it. So let's take a quick look at the box before we open it. Okay, so here we see the transmission. It's actually in there sideways, kind of like the LMT does. So it's a sideways transmission, motor's mounted in there. Everything's turned from what we're normally used to seeing. You see they've got some, and we'll see it when we get it out, that it's got multiple hole mounting options for your shocks. And the links you can see are bent there. Battery strap on this is going to be an elastomer strap. Chassis mounted servo, looks tiny. Strong LED headlights and rear running lights, all this stuff. Wow. So these are the Yokohama Geolander. You guys might have heard me talk about that in a video recently. I like to say Yokohama, so we're going to say it a couple of times in this video. Yokohama. But yeah, they've got an angled skid, 9.5 degree angled skid here for increased ground clearance, which it's going to need because it's so tiny. So just a few more stats, ready to run. Comes in white or green for the Jeep one. And then there's a Bronco version as well that is in blue and gray. So let's unbox this here for you and let's see what we get, because I am excited to get it out of the box. You guys are welcome there, internet land. I know it stresses you out when I leave that out. Okay, so it's strapped in here, not with zip ties. We got twist ties, like our bread twist tie going on in here. So that might take a minute. Not through the cleverness of editing. These are anti-theft proof, holy moly. That tiny servo. I can't wait to see the aftermarket for these. Get your 3D print game going, guys. Fire up the printers. Oh man, that is sweet. Oh man, that is sweet. That is tiny. You guys may be thankful for videos to show us how to get into this thing. Here's all the extras. Wow, there's extra molded pieces too. Fenders and like rock slider looking thingies in here. A little bit of extras in there. We're gonna look at the manual and see how to open it. I don't want to break it. I've broken a Mini before trying to open it, so there's a really small sticker pack in here as well. That's pretty cool. Wow, it is a tiny servo. The mount is molded into the servo. We saw a few companies doing that with the ones for the SCX24s too. And then the manual of how it all assembles is right here. So many tiny screws holding that body together. Let's see if our quick start guide that comes with it tells us how to take the body off. It says remove the body, you just lift up. Oh, and then slide off backwards. Oh, it just clips on like little Lego pieces, arms, little hands that clip on here. Okay, sweet. So now we're inside it. We'll get the camera better for you guys here in a minute. All right, so it does come in here with the charging cable, pretty standard, USB style. And then it does have some extras in here. It's got, looks like fenders. There's a tool in here. for doing the screws and everything. And then there's batteries that go in the radio. So we'll go ahead and put those in, and then we'll get a look at this car. So excited about this. I'm so excited to drive it. We'll clean up later. I'm just that excited. All right, plus side is to the front of the radio. Negative side up on the back side of the radio. And we have power to our radio. All right, so the main thing I want to do here first is we're going to clip this under and then click these together. Oh, that's slick. So this is beautiful. It's super small, and I just love it. I love the gray wheels on here with this one, with the green. It has all this overland type stuff on here. It looks like these are actually removable. They are. Sand rails. It looks like a working light bar up top. Let's plug it in and see. So you just pull up on the body. It feels like, there it goes. So we're gonna plug in here. Well, let's take a quick look at the inside. Battery's over on this side. It's a new style of a battery, and it is a 2S160 size. And they say this gives 30 minutes. The strap has a nice little handle on it here to be able to grab and pull it over and strap it down and in. So that's, I think, I like that better than even the one that comes on like the LMT Mini and stuff. That works really well. The ESC is like molded into, or yeah, it looks like it's molded into this rail on the side, this side rail. So you've got your battery on one of them, and then you've got your ESC built into the other. That's going to be interesting for aftermarket stuff, I'll say that. I don't know how much you'll do, because with the sideways motor, it's pretty limiting as well. I know a certain couple companies that'll get very creative with this, because there's room you could put other stuff back here potentially. Yeah, because it's wide open. Man, that's awesome though. So the rear links are high clearance links in the rear. They've got the bend to them. Front ones, no. It is a 4-link in the front on this instead of the wishbone. So that's cool. There are foams in the tires. The tires feel really good. They're super soft. Yokohama, which with it being so light, that's going to be great. Yokohama. They did some cool things with it. I mean, it's really tiny. We'll look at the size comparison in a second. But I want to see what lights there are. There's lots of little LED stuff going on. So I'm going to turn this and put it in this way. It wouldn't be wild if I smoked it by doing it backwards somehow. The switch is on the bottom here, but you have to hold it, so it shouldn't turn it off. Okay, so yeah, you've got lights there and in the rear. These are just like a faux light bar. They looked like they would work when you look at it on the front here. That's what I was just kind of checking on. So you go from the back, lock in the back underneath, and then clip the front down. That easy. Genius. So it's got a lot of molded pieces, you guys. I can't believe for 99 bucks how much. All right, you guys, so I do want to show you up kind of close and personal everything that it's got going on here from the back. The lights here in the front, the lights in the rear, super cool, spare tire, functional. Pretty rad little setup. Look at all the molded pieces on here. All molded plastic. Even up here, the wipers, everything. Suspension feels nice. Got the bumper with the stinger on the front. And again, to take this off, you just push up on it. And these little tabs right here hold on to those arms. You can see the transmission in here. You can see the angle on the skid plate. Nice 9.5 degree. The axles are really nice shaped. They've got it so they slide. It's very comp oriented. What you're seeing people do, they're watching what we're doing with our comp trucks, and they did it for us with these out of the box on some of these. So you slide on and off of things without hanging up on those drive shafts as much. Pretty slick, right? You can see the on-off switch there on the bottom. This is the ESC that's molded right into this rock slider. Got little cable holders that are in here. Protect stuff from getting into the drive shafts. Tiny servo up in there. It's pretty decent though for what it is. Like it's pushing against me there pretty good. So they've got a decent servo in this. I would argue it's better than the SCX24 one to scale for it, for what it does. 88 turn motor, small tires and wheels. Yeah, very, very slick. The shocks are tiny as well. They're just so, everything is so small. I love it. Absolutely love it. Throttle's at 100. So that's full speed right there. Let's put my knife here and just see if it'll get up on that or if it'll just push. Oh no, that's cool. Oh, all right, you guys. All right, this is cool. All right, but before we get too far into me just having fun, let's take a look at the size comparison here. This is an SCX24. This is an SCX30. It is tiny in comparison. We thought these were tiny. I mean, the video doesn't even do it justice for how small this is. Maybe try it on this side of it where you can see it. Nah, still not. When you see the tops of them like this, you start to see how much bigger it is. It's unbelievable. Looking at it from right here where I'm standing, it's smaller than I thought it was going to be, which is really cool because you need to differentiate things quite a bit in order for it to be worth making. That's where sometimes you get into 12 scale compared to 10 scale. It's like, why not just get a 10 scale? Everything's already marketed to that and everything's running that size. When you go this much smaller than this, you start to say, well, there's a whole different avenue for this to go and there's a whole different usage. And I think that's what we're going to get with this, because you can just take household items and you could put it down here and you could crawl over it. So I'm looking around the room in here and I'm seeing, you know what I could do? Your tool bag could be, I mean, it's got all these different, tools in here that you could use as something to crawl over and just see what it can do. That's pretty cool. It's flexing over that stuff. That's all it took. Just a tool bag as an obstacle, because these would be like going over a stack of logs. It feels pretty capable. These are dampened shocks, you guys. They feel pretty good. But they're just spring. But there is that O-ring it showed on that picture. So you could put a little something in there, grease it if you want to slow it down a little bit. But it feels they're really smooth and they feel really good. So for the size. Let me see what else I got in the room. I do have these, which would seem like mountains for it. We'll use those in a second. But for now, I'm still looking for stuff, just like household items that we could crawl over. Got like a remote control here. Got a Real Flight DVD. Got a Fiskars cutting board. All right, so we just got some random stuff here. You might have to tape it down. You could use books. You could use, all different kinds of stuff that you wanted. See if I can wedge these together somehow to make them kind of sit and stay. We'll also take this onto my little course, because I think one of the cool things about this is even I've got a mini course that I built in my basement, and it's for the 24 scale, but still there's only so many lines you can do with it because of size and the turning radius of them, and yeah, just the size of gates. So this opens up even more possibilities for this. It'll make my mountain in there feel huge. It looks so small on this hill. Oh my goodness. So if this can handle in there, that's gonna be really, really cool. So let's just see what we got tackling this stuff capability-wise. So we're going up the Fiskars and try and make this gap up over to the Real Flight disc. That's sweet. Now we're coming down onto the tools. And then I should have put I should have put this up on here, seeing if we could do, I'll have to hold it. Can we get a tire up on that? Lift. You can do it. Then we'll just flex our way down. Get that back tire up, try not to roll it. That's so cool, you guys. Didn't take much. Let's do it in reverse. So we've got this right here. We're gonna hold it just to help keep it in place because I'm just doing this real time. We're just making stuff up with what I got in the room. Just kind of getting a little lean going on it. We're gonna transfer. Oh, that's our first roll. Wow, fail on my part. Who's driving this thing? Let's try that again. I'm getting over too far. So I'm trying to hold this in place. We're also hitting the wrenches at that point, making it get a little upset on the front side. Just climbed up onto the disc and we just fell off it. So yeah, there could be some cool, like if I'd have really worked that, I think I could have got it without falling. I just gotta get that tire down, there we go. Now we're talking. So that you could do it. It's about learning how it handles and is capable, but it actually drives better than I thought it would out of the box. So I'm pretty pleased with where they've got it as a starting point for us. Putting some of this stuff away in here. So now let's try and crawl on the crawling tiles right here. This is going to be some pretty big terrain for it. It can actually fit through some of these areas, it seems like, pretty good. That high clearance in the back is going to come in handy right there. Just coming up because of that incline for it, and probably coming off of this. Oh my gosh, these are perfect for it actually. Like you could make blocks this size of different terrain to just take places and run them. It's flexing so good on it. I think this is going to be the point of tip. It's a pretty extreme. I'm floating the tire right now, but I think we're going to go, oh, it made it. We're going to come off the end of the table here if we're not careful. Wow, it made it. Okay. See my dual rates? They're not even, yeah, they're all the way up. Steering rate, okay, it's not terrible. These are small, so it feels, if I were to just do it on this table, it'll probably take the whole width of it, though, to make the corner, and then some. So it's a pretty big sweeping corner. Let me try right. Right's a little tighter. Right can make it. Just make it. Left though, nope, not quite. So that's just something to note. We're just looking at everything here. We're observing, not good or bad. It's just the hand we're dealt. And let me see, let's come up and over this big one. Can we do it? We're gonna hit the belly on that if we go straight over it, but we could probably side, just catch it with one. Get it to work. Oh, that's looking cool. Turn back into it. Oh, we don't want to offload. Oh, it could dump. It didn't dump. Man, that was sick. All right, coming off the hill here. We're gonna cut across, side hill up this a little bit. Make the corner up, see if it'll roll. Oh, it's tipping, but it's going for it. All right. Now we are turning right, like I said, so we're getting a little extra. Just gonna turn it here. Let's do a little more. Let's do something. Let's get these angles harder somehow. Let's see what we want to try and do here. Like that maybe. That'll change. Just changing the pitch a little bit of things can make it trickier. But it's getting that little wheel speed there to get up and over. You guys, this is gonna change. Like the SCX24 already changed our ability to run inside. This is really gonna change our ability to run inside and in smaller spaces. And in those spaces to have more options for how we run it, especially like comping kind of little things like this, or not even comp, but like hills and climbs and different things, because it doesn't have to be huge in order for it to be huge to this, right? So where you might want to build up something bigger for the SCX24, I honestly would say that this almost feels more capable out of the box than the SCX24. They tipped over pretty easy. This fact that it's holding on to some of these lines that we're doing, like this one here, and it's wanting to go, but it's not, that's pretty cool. Can we save it out of that? Oh, we're really leaning. It's leaning pretty good. Oh, it's a hard body. I mean, it's kicked. That back end kick right now is pretty severe, and it's gonna drive out of it. The suspension's working really good on it. Whereas a lot of the SCX24 would just dump. Yeah, I'm blown away kind of by this, you guys. So we're gonna do a lot more videos with this. This is just a taste test for you guys. I'm now gonna show you it compared to a 10th scale and an 18th scale and all that. I had to drive it for a minute, but this video is gonna get really, really long if I just keep doing everything in this video. So I'll come back, I'll do my indoor crawler course on another video and just take a look at it on that. So be sure to check back for that. I think it's gonna be amazing. But let me really quick, I've got an 18th scale here. So we'll start with this 30th scale, 24th scale, 18th scale, and then we'll go up to a 10th scale here. Now, let's start doing them one next to each other, all right? Just so you get a sense of it better. That's next to 18th scale. It's quite a bit smaller than 18th scale. Well, this to even a 24 scale is a bigger difference, which I think is better because these are so close that it's like, I choose the 24 scale. I just do. They're smaller. We make them super capable. There really wasn't one until this one came out, which is a Red Cat, that was an 18 scale that could do anything. So we love this. We build a lot of stuff with these. We do a ton of 24 scale stuff. That's kind of our bread and butter for the minis. This is substantial enough difference that it's a whole different platform. Again, these are so close that it's like, if I have to choose one, I'm going to stick with the one that I've been running and has, you know, what we do here in this area. So that's that. This is different enough that it's like, okay, now we're talking. I can get into that. Something way different, not just a little different, way different. So whole different types of courses. And this is it next to a 10th scale. It looks like a 6th scale truck in the back of this almost, like if I was taking my SCX6 somewhere. A little bigger, maybe 5th. But you get the picture. It riding in there. But I love that I got the green one, you guys. I absolutely love green and black and white like this. And so this is fantastic. I'm just super giddy that I got the green one too. So, all right. So that, you guys, is the SCX30. Axial, I love what you did here. There's a lot going on with this, so I know that there's cost involved with making something with this much molding that you've got going into this, and the fact that you're able to keep it under $100 is huge. So still hobby grade, sealed ball bearings throughout, and it's going to be a game changer, I think, for some of the indoor stuff. So hobby grade, and yet so tiny, fits in the palm of your hand. I mean, legit, it is the size of my hand here. So I don't know. There's sometimes you get a release and you're just not sure what to say. You're lost for words because you're just, I'm that speechless over my excitement for it. And you know, the cool little lights that are on the front and on the rear and everything that they've done. The windows, the clear windows that are tinted. You know, the more that I look at it, the more I'm picking up on everything that they've done with this, and it's really cool. So somebody put a lot of time and effort into this. I should mention the chassis is one piece. So you have a skid plate that comes on and off, but the rest of the chassis rails are molded plastic. And even the divider, like the supports and all that, are molded in. They're not screwed in. There are lots of shock option mounting options here I'm seeing in the back and in the front. Yeah, I'm just looking at more and more stuff here. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. So, man, excited to see what we do with this and where it goes, and how it takes off and what the reaction is to it. Because, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. And being a mini guy, I can see uses for this in a lot of ways. And some that I didn't see in some of the other minis that come out. Like, there's a lot of them that just come out and don't have any degree of performance. This, what I just did with it on that Kyosho mat thing that I have there, those little blocks, impressed me. So for how little it is, those are some steep and big hills and things that it took on. Again, that these, you'd hit little things and it'd roll over pretty easily out of the box. So yeah, very, very cool. Very simple as far as what we have to do with it right now. Just put batteries in and go, and it's got them in the box. So you could take this inside, you could take this outside. You don't need big rocks. You can use small pebbles and it'll seem like a boulder, and you can have fun, you guys. That is the beauty of the SCX30. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. I hope you're having fun RCing. We'll catch you next time. Just tickled pink with this. It's slow enough that I won't drive it off the table on accident, which is great. I've done that with too many RC cars.